What's good, everybody? We just want to welcome you
To the
to
Cole and Mason show. And today we have a special guest,
Grio.
aka
Chimo, the Don, Big Don, Big Don, you know what it is.
and today we have a special topic for you guys. First topic of the segment. And today let me introduce to you Toxic University.
What drew you to your university or your former university at this point?
Man, the money, to be honest. Yeah, I was always a smart kid, always did well in school. And I applied to like 5 universities outside of colleges I was looking at because I used to play basketball as well. And, Hampton came knocking at the door and gave me a $25,000 check and was like,
Sheesh.
I'm here to keep your GPA the same way. And you can keep it. So I said, okay, that's where I need to go.
Did you end up keeping that 25? Just keeping this question going a little bit.
Yeah, God blessed. I kept that 25. Like it took a lot of sacrifices, but I kept that thing the whole way. You feel me?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Because unfortunately, I mean, we want to talk about the toxicity. I myself was also lured to a university by some money. They offered me not a 25, but a 15. Still pretty humble. The way universities are set up, it's almost a system that's set against us, right? I ended up having a 3.27. For those who know, our school that we went to is a 3.3. I had a 3.27. So I only needed 0.03 to keep my scholarship. And there was no forgiveness. There was no nothing. So I ended up losing mine. After a point, I was blessed, fortunately enough, to where my first year was completely paid for through scholarship. So I'm not biting the bullet as hard as I could have, but it's real out here. It's real out here.
Can you tell us like some other schools that like you was about to go to? Like what was your second choice or what was your third choice that you would have been at if you didn't come to where you came?
Shit, I would have been hooping up at Randolph College. It's a little alien up in Pennsylvania. So I would have been up there, or possibly Fordham University. It's up in the Bronx, up in New York.
Did you enjoy the people? Like, did you really enjoy the people there?
A real love-hate relationship with because of the people there. Like, unfortunately, everybody is not like y'all two. Like, real, just really wanted to do something, something outside the norm. Like, I appreciate anybody who's authentic. And I really see a lot of that. Ironically, the money is what brought me there, but the money is what brings other people there for the wrong reasons. The money brought me there because that was like my only hope, bro. Like that was my
tight time.
Going to college if they didn't give me no money. It's so money oriented, so it just feels like everybody is there just for the sake of the dollar. Everybody's going corporate or doesn't understand you as a creative, or does understand you but don't accept you when it comes to the public eye. So it's just really weird. If you're not strong and know yourself, you can easily lose yourself at that school.
Fall in the cracks.
How many people would you say fall to that money and fall to the, people call the university one of the bougiest HBCUs. Like how much credit do you think that has to the actual population of the school?
It's the great majority, to be honest. Like,
honestly,
don't get me wrong, it's plenty of cool people that I can name that are cool. I still network with, I still get jiggy with today, but the majority is just the school, unfortunately, just the poverty of the school. And you might can accredit it to the staff and the values that are already set. It takes us to perpetuate it and keep it going. And that's just what I hated. Like,
that's real. That's really real. I never heard that perspective of like, usually everybody's trying to blame the university, but it really does take the people to perpetuate a system that keeps on going. Like, especially at a university that's as small as the one we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really depends on the student body. So if the student body is fed up with something and can unionize on that, that could really change.
Power lies in the numbers, bro, and people didn't see that. And me studying political science, you know how irritated I was. Everybody wants to blame it on the system. How do we even get the opportunity to go to college? You feel me? Look at our skin color. So it's just that was really the irritating part about the school.
What are some toxic elements that you think, build into that toxic university that we're talking about. You know, we're talking about the population, the system. Go ahead, dive into that.
Yeah, you hit us on a little bit. Just elaborate a little bit more what you was talking about earlier.
I think it's a lot of things for real. But from my perspective, what I most saw was that people don't have that ability to just empathize with people. Also, like people come from a middle class background, so they don't empathize with the struggles of the working class, which is general population. So you feel me? Like I think one of the elements is that you fall so deep into this belief system. You feel me? This believing that you have to do this in order to get to this next step. But it's like look at all the great people who have made it, who we look up to. You feel me? The Kanye West, the Steve Jobs,
JID, perfect example.
Yeah, all the way over there to JID, who actually went through what we went through. You feel me?
Yeah.
Look at what happened to him and how it like projected him into a whole different atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's low key what's happening to me because of my story, how I got kicked out and trying to find again. It's like if I didn't get kicked out of school, what I did, I wouldn't know half the shit, half of my potential, or even have the belief that I could create half of the things that I made today and keep on making.
Do you think you would change what happened?
Nah, I went on Photoshop. I made this little fake tweet that said president was diagnosed with coronavirus while we were still in school. So it was like a big uproar on campus. Like parents was calling, like, how he have coronavirus and my kid is still in school, da 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 da. And 2 hours later, bro, the same day they suspended me, bro. I only have 3 more credits to finish and get my degree, but I was like, damn, like it literally happened like that. Like life was a movie. I went through stages after that. You feel me? Like initially, I ain't believe it was real. I was like kicked out of school. Like what? And then I went through the, damn, what am I supposed to do? Like I got to do something. And then I came to a calm state, bro, where I was like, they've suspended me for 1 year. Honestly, I always was smart enough to just do my work and maintain a 3.5 at that school.
Yeah.
And I was on bullshit all the time. But I just still was excelling, bro. So I was like, you know what? I've been complacent. I just been really, if you look at the statistics, I'm a good student. I've been complacent, so I need to do something.
You are extremely active, or you were extremely active on campus. So it's not like, you know, you're one of those people who had a 3.5 and that's all you did. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like you were leaders of different organizations, you know what I'm saying? People know you on the campus. You're not a unknown face. So like the fact that, you know, you're saying this you know low-key blessing in disguise has propelled you forward to an unmeasurable amount. Like what do you have to say to anybody who feels like, you know, a toxic situation has knocked them over? You know what I'm saying? You said you went through stages. What do you have to say to somebody who's in the beginning stage?
That internal relationship, what do you have to say to that?
I tell that person, it's cliche, but like don't give up, because what else are you going to do? It's natural to go through those stages. Like people don't want to talk about elephants in the room: depression, mental health problems, relationship problems, problems with family. Like people don't want to allow that stuff to be a part of them. And really, everybody has a junkie in their family. And really, like every movie, every TV show that we watch is showing us a piece of us, because people are writing this stuff from like real life experiences. So just embrace real life, embrace the ups and downs, because nobody's at the top. Like it's no such thing as the top unless you at your own top. You got to get to your own apex. And then once you feel like you at your own top, bro, like literally can't nobody tell you anything, because you just have so much confidence. So just remain confident. Like just, it's okay to cry. It's okay to one day just not do anything. Just watch Netflix. It's okay to do that as long as you have your mission aligned. You feel me? You know what you're working towards. So just keep your head up. Like literally just keep your head up. Keep doing stuff. Do stuff that's fun. Don't just limit yourself to one thing.
Especially with the world and the climate of what's going on. And we was just talking about this. There's a lot of people that's just jumping to their top. And when you compare yourself, you get lost in the comparison. So that's something that's serious. Look at your own top. Get to your own top. Climb your own mountain. To get to where you are.
Even outside of your own lane, bro. Like if you feel like That's that. Who's to say that you're just? I don't even know what to call myself. I don't know if I'm a writer, artist, rapper, rock star, entrepreneur. I don't know what the fuck I am. But just do it. Who's to say that you have to be this? Like,
you have to be in a box. You really don't have to. And
yeah,
I mean, that's another thing that we can talk about. Different systems, including the university, will tell you you need to be in a box. You know what I'm saying? Like you, Chima. I mean, I would like to imagine that we're creatives in the same sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got the podcast. I know Mason has millions of opportunities in the marketing field. I'm an educator at heart, but I'm also out here having a podcast. I'm recording music myself, and there are different outlets that you can use, and it's just about what makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? You can't follow what other people are telling you you need to do, because at some point you're going to realize that it's not for you.
So, you know, this is like really, like, this has been great, but it's getting to our time of the segment where he's like, what did you bring? What did you
bring, my guy?
What did you bring today? And you can start off however. This is a part strictly about you, and just give you time to give you the floor.
Those are my prints right there. I really don't even sell them. I just kind of like want to give them away when somebody buys one of my products, because it's just like, that's how good business works. You feel me? You're not supposed to charge. Scale your stuff, make sure that you're able to give people a bang for their buck. For all of you who don't know, I'm opening up my own online smoke shop, tailored towards THC and CBD users. So, you know, everybody can come shop with Rio. I got the grinders, custom grinders. I call this is an original painting, but I screen printed it. So it's called A Long Day of Classes. I got the custom grabber.
Okay.
It's organic leaf from Massachusetts, so it's indoor grown, and that's my own design as well. It's called She's Got a Brain Too. I'm in the process of writing my little artist statement so I can express more of what these paintings mean. Because when I showed this to my mom, she hated it. She was like, "Why is she naked? Why does she have a big head? And why didn't you finish?" I was like, "That's a part of the concepts I'm trying to tell you." So I gotta write my statements. Got the rolling sheets as well, organic hemps. Call them high as giraffe ass. So all of y'all who are smoking those classics and those backwoods, that's bad for your lungs. Smoke these. This is good. This is not, it's better, you know, because you're still smoking, so it's bad for your lungs. But these are better. These are better than those backwoods and those classics. And slow burn. I'm telling you. Everybody who's bought one, come old heads. Like, I got my 38-year-old friend's mom, like, she bought these junks. 18-year-old man's around the way bought these junks. 22. I love these junks. They work. They're it. So I really feel like this is the next thing. Like, I'm trying to be the East Coast burner, like take over the whole industry, because they took it over for so long. Why can't I? Like, we've been thrown in jail for so long. Now it's the social climate to take it over. So Lytro dude,
in with that area.
You got the custom lighters for y'all, man. The Lytro dude. This is actually one of my singles that I sent y'all through the email, Energy. So, you know, I just put some little branding around this lighter.
That's hard. And like, what do you want to say about like that cross between, you know, your music, your art? Like, I'm starting to see a theme of like everything. Like you were talking about earlier, you know, you don't know what to call yourself, but we can clearly see that creative theme is everywhere. Like, you are an artist to the tip, like, you know, exploring all facets of the word. So like,
yeah, I always been surrounded by art, because like this right here, this is my uncle's painting, called it the Butterfly Effect. And so it inspired me to do this junk right here. So I'm doing epoxy to, like, you know, create a starry night. And this is actually like a sun. So like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's raised. Like, yeah, so like most of my art is political. Like, I went to college to study political science because I liked history, art, and English in high school. And like, those were the only math. It just seemed like, you know, like that's a way to keep order of the world. But English, history, and art were the ways to tell stories. You literally can visually experience, read it, feel it if it's art, like whether it's spoken word, paintings, any type of multimedia practice, like all of those things kind of just was my biggest influences, if you must say. In political science, just made sense to study because I wanted to learn more about politics and history and stuff like that. So everything I do is really like pledged towards my goal of just liberating Black people. Like, and I used to think it was strictly politics that would get us there, like the Malcolm X the king, whichever side you was on. But really, I think it's a combination of that and art, because art is the only way that you can tell a story that you can't tell with your voice, you know, or sometimes you can tell with the song, but when you see it, your own interpretation.
When you visualize it, telling a story is a perfect way to conclude, because I want you to just tell us, you know, griot. I want you to tell us what that means for those who don't know, and that's who you are.
Yeah, so griot, aka Hood Pope, griot is a word for West African storyteller. They were also like the preservers of history before we started writing down our history. So I figured griot, I rap like music that works. Chimo, as people call me. And Hood Pope fell out of the air. You feel me? I was just, I was living one day and I was like, Hood Pope, sound good. It is good. Like, you feel me? I come from DC, so I come from a place people not doing what I'm doing. And even for me to be back home and still work, I can go step in the hood, get respect. I can go to corporate offices, switch it up. You feel me? I just feel like I'm hope, like keeping it real, like, and keeping it in the ghetto, like where it come from, like, because the ghetto has so much potential. We just don't have no organization.
If you had one more thing for everybody to get to know griot, aka Chima the Goat, if we had anything that you wanted to say to the people and the viewers who are watching and who are listening, what was that last thing to make your mark? What's that last thing that you want to leave for them?
Keep creating.
Keep creating. I like it.
Keep creating.
Now, that was the Cole and Mason show. Hope y'all loved it. Like and subscribe for more. And we just gonna end it just like that.
I had demons in my noggin, I had skeletons in my closet, had to get them off my chest, yes. Suit my